Imagine a future where you hail a taxi and as you get in, it takes off, sending you to the airport within minutes. Urban air mobility sounds like it's a concept for the future, but no, it's coming to a city near you. Today, I'm going to take a look at Joby Aviation, one of the pioneers in the space, and I'm going to answer the question, is this company set to soar, or is it a concept that's not going to take off? Stick around and find out. My name is Rick Orford, and I've been trading stocks and options since 1999. Today, I help investors like you make more informed decisions with your money. And if you happen to find this video useful, I invite you to like and subscribe because it'll help other people find this video and learn about Joby Aviation. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. Joby Aviation is a pioneer in electrical vertical takeoff and landing aircraft with the hopes of delivering commercial flying taxi services while maintaining emissions-free and quiet vehicles. The company is progressing through various stages to achieve FAA certification to commence commercial operations of its air taxis by the end of the year. The company is also prepared for full production once it achieves certifications with its facility in Dayton, Ohio, which will be capable of producing 500 aircraft per year when it's fully complete. With initial plans to operate in key cities like New York and Los Angeles, Dubai in the Middle East, Seoul in South Korea, London in the UK, and Japan, the company will have a lot of arenas in which they can show off their air taxis. After going public in 2020, it reached its IPO highs of $17 in early 2021, driven by early speculation about this unique aircraft. But since then, it's crashed down to the $4 to $5 level, and that has acted as an area of strong support. And it's maintained this level despite earlier tariff concerns and has rallied alongside the market as well, gaining 75% off its April lows. Now, let's talk more about Joby's financials. The company is still in its pre-revenue stage, meaning it hasn't yet begun selling any products or services in the open market. And with this in mind, let's take note of how much cash they're burning through right now by looking at their operating income, which focuses on research and development, procuring the necessary licensing and manufacturing and testing prototypes. One thing that's interesting is a recurring theme since they went public. Joby has increased their negative net income every single year since 2020 as they've ramped up the finalization of their product. Their 2024 annual net income was a loss of $608 million, representing an increase of 18% year over year compared to 2023. Now, I reviewed their Q1 press release, and Joby reported that the company has approximately $813 million in cash and short-term investments, not including the $500 million funding commitment from Toyota. By the way, the data used in this video is powered by barchart. It's one of my favorite tools that lets you find data on thousands of tickers and allows you to filter by price, volume, sector, and more, so you can find winning opportunities in seconds. I use it every day, and you can set up a free account just by scanning this QR code or by clicking the link in the description. Okay, so going back, there are several risks to the company that you're going to want to watch out for. With half the year already gone, the company might be cutting it close to meeting its target of starting commercial services by 2025. Although the company has reported significant progress in its stage 4 of the overall certification process, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in their Q2 report. Joby aims to fast-track this certification by establishing an international standard for certifying its new type of aircraft. With collaboration with governments in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the UK, and the States, it might be easier to start operations in those countries first. But with Joby also aiming to operate in other areas like the Middle East and Asia, there will be a new set of certifications that they'll have to go through, and that process will probably be pretty grueling once again. With an annual net loss at $608 million and no revenue model yet, it may take some quarters before the company turns to profitability. Now, many companies are racing to get certification in this new urban air mobility industry. Let's take a look at some of them. First, we have Archer Aviation. They're banking on their Midnight aircraft, and that's to offer air taxis as well, which is considered to be Joby's biggest competitor. And they're currently neck and neck with Joby Aviation in securing certification for commercial operations and also aim to be airborne by the end of 2025. They have an order book of over 500 aircraft for various customers, including 100 for United Airlines and Soracle, which is a joint venture between Japan Airlines and Sumitomo, for another 100. They also have an agreement with Future Flight Global for 116 aircraft. Other companies that have taken note are Air Chateau International, which is a private helicopter operator based in Dubai, which has agreed to order 100 aircraft. They'll also gain a foothold in India as they partner with Interglobe for an agreed-upon order of 200 aircraft. In some cases, governments are spearheading the movement, with Kakao Mobility's consortium agreeing to order up to 50 aircraft. Next is Vertical Aerospace, with its VX4 aircraft, which has an order book of 1,500 aircraft valued at $6 billion. As for Joby Aviation, they have only one reported order for up to 200 aircraft, which could go to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. That said, there's always two sides to every story. Now, here's some catalysts that could propel the stock upwards. Several industry heavyweights have partnered with Joby, a sign of approval for their prototype aircraft. And here are some of them. With a collaboration nearly 7 years in the making, Toyota agreed to invest $500 million in the company last year, bringing its total investment in the company to $894 million, making it its largest shareholder. Toyota brings manufacturing and engineering expertise to the company, ensuring that aircraft are made up to world-class quality standards. Uber Elevate was acquired by Joby in 2020, and this aims to use the Uber platform to bring the aerial ride-sharing concept to life. The collaboration centered on conceptualizing and mapping future routes. Virgin Atlantic gives the company a foothold by operating in the UK and builds upon an existing agreement with Delta Airlines, which owns a 49% stake in Virgin Atlantic. They intend to operate on routes to minimize travel to and from Heathrow and Manchester airports, the country's biggest airports. US President Donald Trump recently signed an executive order highlighting the advancement of both drone systems and air taxi or eVTOL systems, with the intention of putting the US at the forefront of these technologies. It aims to accelerate programs related to drones and air taxis, which could put Joby Aviation in the spotlight as they complete their requirements. And this could accelerate certification, as it'll use established FAA guidelines as the pathway to commercialization. This puts the timeline for operations at most to Q1 of next year. They also recently delivered 2 air taxi aircraft to the US Air Force for testing and training, which could put their aircraft in a key role for particular missions. Urban air mobility is on track to disrupt how we travel. With daily commutes in major cities getting worse, air taxis, they fill a need. The industry is forecasted to reach $28.5 billion by 2030 at a compound annual growth rate of 33.5%. Analysts rate the stock as a hold as they're cautious due to the company not yet obtaining licenses and certifications to operate. Joby Aviation is definitely an interesting concept, but time will tell if it'll take off, pun intended. And that's it for Joby Aviation today. Is this stock on your watch list? Let me know in the comments below. And did you learn something new today about this coverage? If you're interested in hearing about other stocks, also let me know as well. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it so other people will view it. Thanks so much for watching. and I'll see you next time.